how many players in the league can take a shot like this.
Quinones with a 9-1-1, answered, splashdown.
And after receiving the ball right here, this dude just spun around and splashed it as if he was just playing 2K. I mean, I was really sad with what happened to Jordan Poole, but on the bright side, I think the Golden State Warriors will not feel his loss that much, because they got Lester Quinones to fill in for him.
As he turns it over right there, but just the full package. I think so often everyone thinks it's all about offense, especially on these younger teams.
Now, I know most people are really hyped about Pajimski, Guy Santos, and Trace Jackson Davis, but among the Dubs' latest young guns, I'm telling you right now, Quinones is a guy that can make a huge difference for them next season. I mean, this guy is a walking bucket like JP3, and he's a pretty incredible shot maker too. See, here's Quinones, and here's his victim number 1. He went over the pick, and as soon as he turned the corner, he pulled the brakes, snatched his ankles, hit him with a double step back, and just splashed it down the drain, all net. Well, how about this one? He puts on the sauce, a little bit of a sidestep, before knocking down another long bomb. Now, I want you to check out this play. You can see that there's only 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Quinones catches the ball, plays with his food, and just drills this rainbow three-pointer with a hand in his face. Pure butter. And it seems that this dude has no problem sinking tough buckets from virtually almost anywhere around the court.
Now 4 to shoot. Quinones kind of trapped in no man.
Absolutely. Quinones to the hoop with the left. Played 6 years in the NBA. Quinones from half court. It's good!
Based on the clips that we just saw, he's got the handles, the range, and most importantly, the confidence to execute all of them. Now, in case you're wondering why the Dubs didn't play him much last season, well, just like Jonathan Kuminga, Moody, and even JP3, Quinones is a work-in-progress prospect that gets called in back and forth from the G League. But make no mistake about it, Quinones absolutely killed it in the G League by averaging 21.8 points on 35.3% shooting from 3, while grabbing 7 rebounds and 4.8 assists in 31 games. And with those types of numbers, he was named the most improved player late in the season. Though he barely played in the NBA, the experience that he got playing in the G League is going to be a huge factor in his development, and will definitely help his cause as he tries to break into the Warriors' rotation next season.
You were really, really good. Won the NBA G League Most Improved Player. So what's helped you improve so much from Memphis to where you're at now? Because you look like an NBA player, man. You've been lighting up so far in the Summer League.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, just confidence-wise. I feel like when you kind of do get that year under your belt in the G League to kind of develop and just get those reps in and see the ball go through, know certain reads, get better at your reads, it helps you for a mental aspect. But I just feel like the main part is kind of just staying consistent to the grind. Always being in the gym, always first guy to get there, last guy to leave every single time, just staying consistent with it. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like the game is really almost 95% mental. So those days where it's like, going back to what I said earlier, those days where you don't want to be that first guy coming in or the last guy going out, it's just keeping that consistency every single day and just knowing that eventually it's going to show.
Anyways, aside from lighting it up from the outside, Quinones can also put his head down and attack the basket like any other great scorer.
Common here in the G League, and for the Warriors who are 3-6 right now, the G League Warriors here.
See, coming off the screen, Quinones showed his skills by forcing his way through the rack by using only his left hand to finish up this play. And a few moments later, just check out how he beautifully splits the defense right here.
He's improved his passing over his college career, and that's something we really value with our big guys.
I mean, this dude certainly knows how to get easy points inside. And as you can see here, after attacking the baseline, he went for a step through to prevent getting blocked before laying it in. And unlike JP3, who frequently throws wild shots when attacking, Quinones, on the other hand, can step it down a notch and play at a slower pace. Look here. Here's Quinones on a pick-and-roll action. Now, as the play unfolds, look at how he keeps his defender checked on his hip, and when the big man didn't show up, he just suddenly floats it in. Although his play style is kinda similar with JP3, you saw in the previous clips that he's more patient and controlled whenever he attacks the rim. And I think this is one facet of his game that will eventually make him a better offensive player, and not just simply getting labeled as JP3 2.0. I mean, he's crafty and has that swag like JP, but he doesn't take wild shots as much as Poole. And he's also quite calm and composed in taking shots on the offensive end, which speaks about his maturity as a basketball player, even though he's just 22 years old. Well, anyways, apart from his ability to score, here's what Quinones can provide for the Dubs.
Are you angling to be more of a point guard at the NBA level right now?
Yeah, I could say it's just helping me with my versatility. Being able to play more than one position, obviously for anyone, is going to help you grow as a player, but my last year of high school, I did play point guard. I played point guard for Penny 1 year in college. I think it was my sophomore year, but I feel like I'm pretty comfortable at the one position, kind of handling the ball and being kind of a bigger guard at my size. It kind of helps me see, like I said earlier, the reads and the defense more. So I for sure been working on my ball handling and kind of, like I said earlier, the reads to where it's like it just becomes second nature to me.
As you heard from that clip, Quinones is quite confident with his playmaking skills, and with that said, let's view the tapes to see if he's as good as he says he is in this particular area. See, Quinones attacks the rim on this play, which causes multiple defenders to react. Now, when he sucked in 3 red shirts on him, he showed his instinct by sliding a nice pass to the guy in the middle for an easy bucket. Now, even under heavy pressure, Quinones can still make the defense pay with his vision. You can see here that he's being harassed by 2 defenders, but despite that and the tough angle that he's in, he still finds a way to laser this pass through to the open guy waiting underneath the basket. And in this last play, just check out how he pulls his goggles on this one as he locates the man underneath with a gorgeous no-look dime. If he can get solid minutes in the backcourt, the Dubs will have a big combo guard who can efficiently put up buckets and locate his teammates at the same time. And in terms of fit, there's no doubt that he will fit in nicely with the Dubs system, because his playstyle and size matches the criteria that the Warriors are looking for whenever they're going to integrate a new guy. Anyways, speaking of fit, Quinones speaks his mind in an interview on what he can bring to the table for the Dubs in the upcoming season.
For sure adding, I would say, scoring off the bench. I feel like with myself kind of being more of a scorer, I feel like that being my primary, I would say, strength is scoring the basketball. We for sure are going to need more scoring off the bench. But also going down on the other end, I feel like defensively, I feel like that's where I can work on better. Not to where it's as much as I'm going to make it my strength, but more so build on to where I could be a two-way player, to where like guys aren't just knowing that I'm on the court for offense. They can know that I'm on the court for offense and coming down on defense and kind of playing the ball both ways. So I feel like defensively, that'll probably be my niche to start off. And like I said, it's all about just building my trust with Coach Kerr. So I feel like kind of just sitting down maybe with the staff and with them and really just asking them straight up kind of what they want me to work on and what do they see or where do they see me being on the floor and kind of helping this team out. And I feel like I'm the type of player to where once I sit down and understand where and what they want me to do, I could kind of just go 1,000% into that and kind of just be 100% invested into doing what the team needs me to do.
In the recent Summer League, Quinones showed up by being the 3rd leading scorer of the tournament, averaging 21.2 points a ball game. He also tallied 4.1 rebounds, 4.4 assists, and 1 steal across 7 games to prove that he's ready to take the big leap in the big leagues next season. Regardless of whether it's the G League or the Summer League, Quinones has the numbers to back up his game, and he's definitely a good or even a better replacement for Jordan Poole, with his ability to put points on the board while facilitating with such efficiency at a controlled pace. He's a plug-and-play player that can play from 1 to 3, and I don't think he'll be having problems if you play him alongside the Splash Brothers in the starting lineup, or with CP3 as part of the backup unit because of his versatility on both ends of the floor. And with this said, I believe Quinones can contribute a lot of great things for the Dubs next season, as long as he's given a solid amount of playing time to showcase his true value.